Hello, this is Lance Lee, and this is my life in Japan.
If you delve into the persona of cool operators in Japan, none is as smooth or suave as Lance Lee. Although he is often chided for his Hollywood good looks, it was his business savvy that earned him a one-year term in 2003 and the second most prestigious title for American in Japan, President of the American Chamber of Commerce, Japan.
When I first came here, I came here as a carpenter in the Air Force. But as soon as I came over here, I realized it was something I really wanted, since I knew this would be my last 2 years in the service. The reason why I say that is because there's only one thing I've ever really wanted, I think, ever since I was about 7 years old, and that was to be as wealthy as I possibly could be. Not just in finance, but also in knowledge and friends and associates. So when I came over here, the first thing I did was went to an investment firm that was right across the street from the base. And I asked them if I could be a salesman. And they said, "What do you know about selling?" And I said, "Nothing." They said, "Then why do you want to be a salesman?" I said, "Because you'd have to teach me how to sell." And they said, "You got a job." So I came back to Japan, stayed with the company for about a year more, and then I started teaching at one of the international schools. I taught physical education there. And during that time, I realized it was very similar to the military. Good pay, nice vacation, but I still didn't have the financial freedom I wanted. So I took the big leap and formed my own company, ACCJ Japan Limited.
There was someone he had to convince first.
My father, since I was raised by my father, he was one of my bigger concerns, but he didn't realize how he had raised me. I don't think he did. He had made me very independent since it was just he and I. He had been my best friend. He had been my mentor. So when I told him I was going to come back to Japan, he said, if not the second, I must be the dumbest black man he's ever met in his whole life. You're going to go back to Japan and you only have $300 in your pocket. And I know your Japanese speaking ability is not that good. I said, "Dad, look, I appreciate everything you've done for me and everything you've done around me. And you are one of my role models. But Dad, I know I can do it here because of you. Let me try it somewhere I'm not sure of right now. Because I believe if I can make business and do good business in Japan, there's no place in the world I won't be able to."
A member of the influential ACCJ for a number of years, Lee said he was flattered and surprised when an official urged him to seek the president's position.
When he asked me to run for the chamber, which I had no aspirations for whatsoever, the reason why is because I didn't think it was possible. Everyone prior to me has been white, with the exception of two. White, educated in Ivy League schools, and work for big corporations. Now they're going to get Lance Lee with two small Japanese companies and not with that great an education when it comes to Ivy League school. And then I thought almost at the same time, this is something. I know how much they have to check on you to be in such a high-profile position. See, there's two high-profile American positions in Japan. The first is being the ambassador. The second is being the president of the American Chamber.
Lee said Japan and America's relationship relies on more than just billions of trade dollars.
Japan and the U.S. are more like a married couple. And they're so close together, they don't need to check on each other all the time. Japan has been in our corner, and I venture to say for the foreseeable future will continue to be, as we are in Japan's corner.
I'm running for the position again for President of the American Chamber in Japan, the second largest American chamber in the world.
After his term ended as ACCJ President, Lee wasted little time getting back to what he does best, business.
I'm doing this new website and also a TV program called Success in Japan. And that's where I go out and talk to many of the people I've known in Japan for several years and some that have just gotten here that seem to be, in the public eye and in reality, very successful. Not just in their life, but also financially.
Lee says success in life and business starts within.
It is a human issue, but you must be proud of who you are first, in every sense of the word. And if you are, it will resonate to everyone you meet, because you'll be proud of them being proud of who they are.